Hey guys, this is Elias Tufexes. I play Locke, and you are watching TrekCulture.
Hello, my friends. How are you getting on? Now, we have an exclusive clip from Star Trek Strange New Worlds' third season to go through with you. This is another one of the New York Comic Con releases that just came out there today as of recording this. Looks like we're going to pick up straight away from where season 2 left off. So you'll remember in Hegemony, the end of season 2, we had the Gorn attacking a colony. It was not good. Batel had a load of little baby Gorn growing inside her. We didn't really want that to happen because have you ever seen the Alien movies? And yeah, it was a massive cliffhanger ending and then writer strike, which by the way, completely support. That means there's been quite the gap, you know, since the end of season 2. So, we've been really excited to know what's going on. Now, we know, of course, that at San Diego Comic-Con, we got that clip of the vulcanized Pike, Uhura, La'an, and Chapel. That clip has been discussed to death already. This clip clearly is like the opening scene of season 3, episode 1. You have, Pike is staring at the view screen, which is where we left off. The Gorn are doing their very best to kick the patootie out of the Enterprise. We have the Enterprise at one point start flying towards the screen doing a barrel roll, which we all went, ooh, that's very evocative of that moment in Subspace Rhapsody when the Enterprise started doing that. And then we watched the scene back and it was like, yeah, okay, they're just similar. But whatever, it still looks good. And there's a lot of, it's a great scene for, all right, round the bridge, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Nice bit for fans as well when they remember that the Gorn communicate via light. So when they're kind of like, ooh, how will we block their communications? We're going to have to send out something on the spectrum to try and block that. It's a lot of, I like it. It's a lot of fun where you're paying attention moments. Spock at one point says that, so Mitchell, first of all, suggests that they could tag the ship after they decide that Una's plan for retreat and rescue is the best way to get their crew. Because remember, Hegemony finished with several of the crew being taken prisoner by the Gorn. We had Ortegas, we had La'an, and Benga, and Sam Kirk were all taken prisoner by the Gorn. No thank you. No thank you. We've seen what the Gorn do with their prisoners. So there is a real sense of a ticking clock playing over this scene. Spock comes up with the idea of lacing Mitchell's torpedo with Walkite. I know there is versions of Walkite in real life, but I like to think that this is a reference to Bill Wolkoff, who was one of the writers on Strange New Worlds, and he's lovely. I had a chance to chat to him before, just saying. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's bang, 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 go. I did have a moment where, so Uhura's saying that the shields operate on a harmonic frequency, and Spock basically said, right, well, if we fly the ship in, it could disrupt the frequency, and away we go. So does that mean that all shields are completely useless if you just fly into the other ship? As I say that, I mean, happens all the time, really. I'm currently picturing the Enterprise E flying into the Scimitar. Right, I retract my point. Bish bosh bosh. It was a big scene. It looks like it's going to be a big opening to the season. The nature of releasing clips early can affect how we see cliffhangers. So because of that scene that was released at SDCC, in which La'an is in that scene, as is Mbenga, they're probably going to be fine. Ortegas wasn't in the scene. Just saying. Do not kill off Ortegas. I will be a very unhappy person. But we know no more than that. So on stage, we had Akiva Goldsman, we had Henry Alonso Myers, we had Carol Kane, which was a lot of fun, and Ethan Peck. It was exciting, because we know as well, they spoke about the fact that we know season 4 is coming, which is great news. And in, I suppose, recent announcements when it comes to Star Trek, and particularly Star Trek and streaming, 5 seasons, as we know from Lower Decks, as we know from Discovery, seems to be sort of a cap. So I'm delighted that season 4 is happening, and I really hope that we'll be getting a season 5. I'm hard to say now, but I'm quietly confident that we will. But we need to support these shows, otherwise they're not gonna do more than that. Anyway, I slightly digress. They spoke about what we can expect from this season. Now, we know that there was some things teased before that they both elaborated on and, of course, didn't, because the gods of PR would come after them with a rusty pickaxe. But Carol Kane had us smiling. When asked what to expect of her character from season 3, she gave cryptic clues like ancient telephone, Atari, Andy Warhol, and spending time in her quarters. which to me just says she set up her gallery on board the Enterprise, which I'm totally here for. I bet, you know what? I bet her ancient telephone is going to be like whatever the most top of the line Android or iPhone is as of making that episode. Oh yeah, ancient telephone, yeah. Although I will say the Orville did do that gag. They did include an iPhone as part of a time capsule. So, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The Atari, though, did make me smile. I'm of a certain age. I remember Atari. Also, just fun seeing Carol Kane, just in general. It's inspired casting. Of all the Star Treks recently, like, the casting has been on point. You know, we've spoken in one of our other videos about the casting for Starfleet Academy. I obviously, like, you know, Lower Decks is just an absolute hoot. And I'm going to speak about in another video, Star Trek Section 31, Ethan Peck as well, who seems to be, every interview I see with him, he seems to be even more and more comfortable in discussing Star Trek, in getting the questions, getting the attention, because I think I remember him being very quiet in the beginning, and he just seemed to be having the time of his life on stage. You know, we're fans of the franchise. We want the people playing these characters to be having a good time, right? So seeing him enjoying himself so much, that to me was just kind of a warm little happy feeling. That's my little sidebar there. I absolutely love that he was wearing a Stefan t-shirt from the Vampire Diaries. Listen, if you can't support Paul Wesley, I mean, what are you at? That was just fun. I enjoyed that. He spoke about, very, very briefly, just spoke about, you know, this journey that Spock is going to go through in season 3. Like, we've seen him get bullied by other Vulcans. And Ethan Peck said that, you know, for at least a short amount of time, it felt nice to have others like him on board the ship. And then, unfortunately, it wasn't very nice. We don't know where he is with T'Pring at the moment. They seem to be on hiatus. And, you know, there's other Vulcans who he might meet. Is this a tenuous segue? Oh, I think we'll give it a go, because Rhys Darby, who many people will know from Our Flag Means Death, and some might know from Jumanji, The Next Level, is joining the cast of Strange New Worlds. Now, one of the big things that was dropped was the fact that he will be playing a legacy character. Now, I had a bit of fun because I have a memory like a sieve. And I was like, oh, well, we know he's going to be. It's confirmed Roger Corby's going to be in this season. And then it's like, no, Killian O'Sullivan is playing Roger Corby. So back in your box there, Sean. And I went, I'm very sorry. And I sat down and had a coffee. So now we open the door to wild speculation time. A legacy character that somebody can have a lot of fun with, and, you know, in this time period. Well, there's any number, isn't there? Chris, his first suggestion was, well, could it be Dr. Boyce? You know, OG Doctor from the Cage. Maybe. Cage now is before, so, you know, he might have transferred out. So then, is it Dr. Piper, who appeared in Where No Man Has Gone Before? And then I said, is it Bones? Come on, let's bring everybody in. We got Scotty last season, let's get Bones this season. Which it could be, you know. Again, it still could be other characters again. Our editor, Eddie, had a great suggestion that maybe it's Trelane. Because one of the things they teased about this season is that there might be dancing. Well, we know Trelane likes to dance, or at least make people like to dance. And technically, as long as Scotty and Spock don't meet Trelane, as per the rules of Strange New Worlds, I mean, we have full conversations about Khan, you know what I mean? As long as they don't actually meet on screen, technically there's nothing stopping them bringing him in. Or is it Sybok? I know that there's somebody going like, oh, Broken Records back again. Yeah, Sybok. Well, we love Sybok, so that would be one reason. But also, remember, we've already been introduced to the back of Sybok's head. You know, he was there. You know, he's in that facility that Captain Angel was trying to help spring him from. Well, perhaps Angel was successful. And if that's the case, what might that look like? Again, we just need to make sure the legacy characters don't meet him. That's all, you know? So, listen, wild speculation, whatever. All we know, legacy character, gonna be a lot of fun. Sybok could be a lot of fun. Emotional Vulcan, where do we go with that? Loads of places. Bones, Trelane, Piper, Boyce, any of them. I'm just really excited because I'm not going to lie to you, I have not seen all of Our Flag Means Death. What I have seen of it, I really enjoyed. So based on that, I'm really looking forward to seeing Rhys Darby in season 3. Akiva Goldsman straight away decided to throw caution to the winds and throw all the words he wanted to, and his was get to season 4. And hey, listen, rules aside, I agree. Henry Alonso Myers said dancing, murder, surprise. Now I want to pick up on that one for a second. So we know that there is a murder mystery episode coming in this season. We also know that it's being directed by Jonathan Frakes. There's been several interviews before, particularly there's one in Variety before, where they talked about how playing with this episodic nature of Strange New Worlds allows them to play around with genre an awful lot. We remember the poster art for season 2, and there was one that was done in black and white. And I'm going to be honest, Chris was quite disappointed when we didn't get a black and white noir episode of Strange New Worlds. And also, the fact that it's not ridiculous to say that when it comes to Star Trek at the moment is one of the things that makes me really, really happy. That there could well be a black and white noir episode of Strange New Worlds, and it would be fine. Why not? Is this the time for it? A murder mystery? Okay, I'm down with this. Perhaps one where our regular characters are not quite playing themselves. You know, imagine a holodeck episode, but obviously not a holodeck episode because it's too early for that. But something like that, a kind of a Dixon Hill, where, you know, perhaps Ortegas is the hard-boiled gumshoe who's, you know, investigated, because I'm telling you, Ortegas is not going to die in that Gorn ship. She's going to be fine, all right? She's going to be fine. But yeah, I'd love to follow a murder mystery where she's on the hunt. Now, I mean, if it's a murder mystery, it's probably going to be following Lan. She is the head of security, to be fair. But also, we know that she can do comedy too. Because that's the fun thing about a noir, about a murder mystery. You can play it dead straight and have it still be very funny. And that's something Strange New Worlds does really well. And it's funny in the context of the clip that was released today, which is bang, bang, boom, boom, very high pressure, oh god, we're all going to die. But then also having seen the Vulcan one from SDCC. Strange New Worlds likes to swing for the fences. It just likes, and I'm here for all of it. Carol Kane, her 3 words for season 3 were too much fun. I think we've all woken up after a heavy night and gone, oh, that was too much fun the night before. Ethan Peck, who absolutely didn't practice his answer. Mystery, betrayal, growth. I love it because it says everything while saying absolutely nothing. Ethan, you gave us nothing to go on, but I kind of love you for it anyway. So a lot was revealed, nothing was revealed, a lot's in there. There's so much to pick through. This is going to be a busy season by the sounds of it, indeed they both have been before this. We don't yet have a release date. That's the only thing that I would like a release date, and I'll be honest with you, I would have liked a trailer. I'm very happy to get the clip, don't get me wrong, but we don't have a trailer for season 2 yet, and we don't have a release date. And there's another video coming as well this evening where the fact that we didn't get a release date for this becomes a lot more relevant, and you'll see why. But let us know below, what are you most looking forward to in season 3 of Strange New Worlds? Are there any big mysteries that you feel have been left very unresolved? Are there any characters who you feel Ortegas needs more screen time? And if this is a show that's going to completely play around with all types of genre and just go balls to the wall with it, let us know what you would like to see most. I will be back to you again with yet another video. Yeah, I know you're like, Sean, please, it's late. I understand. But I think you'll like it. In the meantime, you are awesome, live long and prosper, and I will talk to you very, very soon.